Welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel SP Challenge. I'm your host with the most, Hurricane Dante, and in this series we take one structure deck from the Master Duel shop and put it to the test by putting it through some of the iconic duels that took place within the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh! This is affectionately known in the solo mode as the SP Challenge, hence the name of the series. Today, we'll be taking an iconic archetype from the 5Ds anime and putting it to the test in the SP Challenge, a band of feathery brothers known as the Blackwings. Headed by the character Crow within the anime, Blackwings have made their own waves within the meta, being used in many different formats, but also finding themselves as utility in later formats, including the Link era, where some of them were even banned due to their ability to swamp the field. Today, they'll be going through some iconic battles with Duelist Kingdom characters. And for those that haven't seen the SP Challenge before, I think this is a good point to go ahead and go over the rules of the challenge with you. I'll be taking a single copy of the Blackwing structure deck and going into the SP deck challenge in solo mode and fighting each of the duelists until I'm able to beat them. I get 10 attempts at each duelist, so let's say for instance I go to Weevil and it takes me 5 attempts and then I beat him, I then get 10 more attempts on the next duelist to come after me. If I'm not able to beat a duelist in 10 tries, the SP challenge is ended, and at the end of it all, I'll give an MVP card to the archetype and just a general review of how I feel about the deck and how strong the structure deck is. Please note that all of this is sort of in a vacuum space. It isn't really supposed to show you how strong a structure deck is, but to give you more of an idea of what the structure deck hopes to do. Maybe for you to even take a copy of it into your ranked games, or to decide whether you actually want to purchase the deck or not. Let's actually introduce you to the deck itself. If you've played Blackwings before, you probably need no introduction to this strategy. It is a bit different than most other decks out there, but basically they all revolve around the idea of special summoning themselves to get these big synchro monsters out, and the big card in this is Black-Winged Assault Dragon. It must be synchro summoned or special summoned from the deck by banishing a tuner synchro monster and a Black-Winged Dragon from your face-up field and or graveyard, having that unique summoning condition for how it must be synchro summoned, and giving itself an ability to sort of like kind of cheat its way out, which is kind of cool. We are given, of course, some synchro tuners to deal with, mainly one, but mostly the deck itself has a really good handle on how to deal with combat and just beating the opponent's face and bringing out a bunch of Blackwings. And the worst comes to worst, we've got some pretty strong trap cards. Icarus Attack I feel is a pretty nice one, basically a 2 for 2, sort of going even there. Trap Stun I feel like is a pretty good card, especially if we play against a heavy trap strategy. But outside of that, there are a couple of cards in here that if you are a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or if you played around the Blackwings time, that you know will probably come in handy. There's also some new faces here that I am not completely knowledgeable on. I try to go into these decks and into these battles without looking at any of the cards or their effects. So like Hurricane the Tornado, I've never seen this card before. Just look at this beefy man. Either way, we're gonna get into this. I don't really know much about the strategy, so I think this first duel is going to definitely be something that I'm going to have to run through probably multiple times just to get used to the strategy, but who knows, maybe the Blackwings will carry me to victory. So let's go ahead and select our deck and get started with the SP Challenge. With that out of the way, we can go ahead and get into our first duel, which will be against Weevil Underwood. Now, Weevil is one of those duels where we're kind of being given a chance to just learn what the deck generally wants to do. Unfortunately for Weevil, I kind of already know what Blackwings want to do. Summon a bunch of feathery friends and then synchro summon themselves into boss monsters from their extra deck. Now, how effectively does Blackwings do that? Well, it depends on the hand. Certain hands have a bit of a hard time getting Blackwings out onto the field, and if you don't have a tuner, of course you can't synchro summon. However, this structure deck gave us probably the best ways to search out some of these tuners, and as such, we're able to very easily synchro summon ourselves into our boss monsters. I think I'm going to continue carrying on this strategy for the next couple of duels, but Weevil is basically just a testing ground to show you exactly what we're able to do. One of the cards that I want to highlight here is actually one of the new pieces of supports that come from the Blackwings. Known as the Wicked Wind, this card is basically Goyo Guardian for Blackwings. By banishing a Blackwing monster after he destroys a monster in battle, he can special summon that monster to our side of the field. This can actually come in handy if we're missing out on a level and our opponent has it and Wicked Wind is able to hit over it. We could use that to our advantage to get into even bigger monsters, such as the new Blackwing Assault Dragon. This thing is amazing. Basically, whenever your opponent goes to do certain types of effects, it deals 700 damage to your opponent. That's really cool, actually, and honestly seems like just a generic upgrade to the regular Blackwing Dragon. But I guess we'll see as time goes on. Either way, Weevil was an easy match as always, and we're able to move on to the next duelist, Mako Tsunami. You would honestly think that Mako and Weevil would be in a similar place, being at the bottom of this totem pole, but Mako is a huge step up compared to Weevil. See, Mako has a lot of cards like Torrential Tribute and Tornado Wall that just absolutely destroy our strategies, and while these are trap cards that need to be set, he has enough time to normally set up, especially when we get lackluster hands in our Blackwing plays. Tornado Wall is a really bad omen for us in most matchups. It basically spells the end if we're not able to get rid of it, because it just keeps us from attacking and destroying anything. Torrential Tribute just absolutely shuts us down and makes it so that when we go to special something, we don't have any materials left afterwards. And some Blackwings do have effects in the graveyard, but it's mostly to affect your opponent's board, not your own. At the end of the day, after a second duel with Mako, we were finally able to get a victory against him. After a very long first duel, we had a bit of luck, but there's an even bigger threat looming, a mechanized menace that we must deal with now. Bandit Keith, the king of coin flips. Keith is, in my opinion, one of the worst AI early on within the SP challenge that you have to play against, and it's not because of his deck. Though he is very strong and has some incredible dark machines under his power, it is more for the fact that half of them rely on gambling, and sometimes I feel like Master Duel just cheats to let him win. Or he just uses cards that make him win no matter what he flips. I guess that's sort of the point of the deck, but either way, it's still frustrating. Keith does an enormous amount of coin flips, and every time he seems to win. Every time that I go up against him, it is a head scratcher. Sometimes he wins by a dumb coin flip, sometimes it's in my own misplay and not being able to go through his colossal machines. Sometimes it's a well-placed time machine to basically undo all the work that I had just put in. Either way, it gets really frustrating, but he has a weakness. He can brick, and he can get to a point where he has nothing that he can do. After 9 tries against Keith on that very last duel, we were able to beat him with just the right hand trap at the right time. And of course, thanks to our 2 feathery dragons that are pretty much unstoppable the moment that they get onto the board. So, thanks to both of them, we were able to finally take out Bandit Keith. Now, normally this is the duelist that I would freak out a lot about, because Harpies have a lot of support. However, it's all Winged Beast support. We're playing Blackwings, which are also Winged Beast, meaning they gain the benefits from the Harpy field spells and some of the Harpy cards. This is the easiest dub I've ever been given, and probably will ever get in the SP challenge, especially because it's coming from my Valentine, one of the harder duelists, I believe, at the beginning of the challenge. It's a little weird because we just got done with a huge grind set against Bandit Keith, who I feel like is annoying, but Mai is consistent. Mai is really good at dueling, and Mai's AI is really bad at recognizing that we also benefit from a lot of the cards that she plays. Either way, we were able to beat her in the first round, but I think that's mostly just Blackwings being Blackwings at this point, which means we should have our next duel against Maximilian Pegasus. Yeah, Pegasus is a cakewalk. As always, tunes are not super strong. They're just more annoying, similar to Bandit Keith. But Blackwings are able to really take care of them. We didn't really have much of a challenge against Pegasus. He was just kind of a steamroll, so there's not really much for me to talk about here. I mean, I guess I could bring up the fact that I'm starting to notice how much better the new Blackwing Dragon is compared to the old one. The new retrain has a lot more utility and actually does some really cool burn damage to the opponent, but outside of that, there's not really much I can say. It's just kind of a strictly better card to go for the retrain. A little weird, but either way, we get out of Duelist Kingdom and find ourselves towards Battle City, where we have some gods to slay. Before we can topple any gods, however, we do have some Destiny to take care of, specifically Bakora's Destiny board deck that, to be perfectly honest, also got steamrolled. Probably due to the fact that we were able to negate half of the things it wanted to do, just for funsies, really. Honestly, I feel like I flex on Bakora a lot in these challenges, and maybe there will eventually be a deck that's going to struggle against him, but his playstyle is just not for the modern day. It's really the easiest duel that we get to before this awful fight against a raw deck. Merrick's deck is really annoying. Similar to some of the other duels, it's not really a chance of are we going to do bad, and more a how long can he stall us out and us have no monsters other than tuners in our hands. Merrick also has a more consistent deck compared to a lot of the other ones, with cards like Egyptian God Slime being able to shut us down, but thankfully we were able to get past all of those obstacles and finally get a win on him after about our third duel, which leads us to the next fight against one of the first of the main protagonists of the series. The Red Eyes duel went so easy, I kind of feel bad for Joey. I don't think he really got to show any of what he does, just because we were able to just steamroll over him. He had one fusion monster come out to make an impact, and it did basically nothing but be a giant brick wall in our way. And even then, we were able to get past that and destroy him. It was kind of annoying, to be perfectly honest with you, but either way, we were able to defeat Joey, and I feel bad for the guy. I really do. But at this point, we need more of a challenge. Let's see if maybe Kaiba can give us no. Kaiba was also a pushover. Okay. That's fine. Kaiba was like, only really using vanillas, and we kind of counteract some of the things that he does and can make his monster weaker thanks to Blackwing Dragon's effect. Yugi, the final duel of the SP challenge, has to be an actual challenge for us, right? And it kind of is. He's got this weird dark magician setup that he goes for that can be an issue, but he just didn't set it up this time. I was able to flex on him even and get out both of the winged dragons against him and just swing for game with the less superior one. Is the SP challenge not a challenge? These last few duels have all been one-hit wonders. I've been able to take out the duelist in my first try, and they're supposed to be the 3 strongest duels, the 3 hardest duels at the beginning. Those duels in the very beginning that I had struggles with was because I was still trying to get into the deck, but once I figured out what Blackwings wanted to do, summon their boss monsters, it wasn't a challenge anymore. Luckily, Konami has an answer. You see, I've been holding something from you. There's not just one SP deck challenge. There's one for the first series of Yu-Gi-Oh! Going through iconic duelists from Duelist Kingdom, Battle City, and the entirety of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. But there's a second for Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I'm going to swing it over to past Dante to give you live commentary through my first look at a majority of SP Deck Challenge 2. So this part of the video is going to be a little bit different. I decided, since we're trying SP Deck Challenge 2, that I would be going into it first of all, slightly blind. I have not done all of these duels, but I have done some of them with my own deck and one which with a structure deck that I tried. But either way, we're going to be doing SP Challenge 2. This time with, instead of a voiceover and an audio track, this is going to be live. This is me playing SP Deck Challenge 2 live with this deck, and I'm super excited for it. I'm slightly terrified as well, mostly because I don't know what to expect here. I think that because there's probably going to be more monster removal, or there's going to be more decks that are going to be like heavy on monster removal or just board wipes, I think this is going to be a little bit harder. I think Ancient Gears are probably going to be a big blockade we're going to have to go through. Cyber Dragons are probably going to be really bad, but I feel like the later we get into the challenge, the easier it's going to get. And since I kind of already know some of the combo lines with Blackwings already, I feel like that's going to be great. I think as well, this is going to be a real testament to what are the actual good cards in the deck. This is round 1 of SP Challenge 2 against Ancient Gear Golems. Let's go. Okay, so I think first of all we have to play Whirlwind. I think we summon Shura to get probably Gale. Just more tuners. So special summon Gale. Get ourselves an easy synchro here that'll get us back into Waning Moon. It's a little weird because I call some of the cards by like their first names and other ones by their like secondary names, I guess. But yeah, I think Waning Moon here, grab ourselves this, probably grab ourselves Shura again. We could grab Gale, special summon Gale, and have that for a time, but I think we'll actually grab this here. Hold on to Steam the Cloak and Shura for here, and I think I kind of overextended here. I probably actually should have played this in defense mode, but it's fine. Ancient Gears can't do that much. See, they can't do that much. They're getting stuck on high level cards. I bet you that's actually what's happening. Oh goodness. Okay, so from here, I think I just summon Shura and activate Black Whirlwind and grab do I grab Bora at this point, or do I grab Kalut and do more damage? There's actually a couple of ways I can do this. Let me review my cards real quick. Okay, so I actually do like the idea of bringing out Bora here, and special summoning Bora to be used for Synchro Fodder, because I think this is a good combo here. Because what we'll want to do, we get ourselves the Wicked Wind, activate its effect, send this guy, Zonda, to the grave. This is like one of my favorite combos. Send Zonda, Zonda effect. Zonda sends itself to special summon one of these guys. Honestly, I prefer maybe grabbing ourselves the Dawn here. Bring out Dawn and taking 2,000. And then from here, Blackwing Assault, grab, synchro ourselves into our big boss monster. And like from here, we kind of have game. I don't know if I want to do this as like separated attacks or one big attack, because I don't know if he has like gores or anything. I'm trying to think of what's best. I think I'm going to do it as one big attack through Armor Master. Oh, Armor Master actually is not going to gain the benefits of Blackwing Assault Dragon. That's on me. I didn't realize that, but also we wouldn't have killed, so we technically give him a turn either way. Slightly scared. I'm gonna leave this B for now. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that B for now and then do this here rather than later, just in case it turns out to be something really bad. And I think we've basically got it on lock from here. Do we have any level 8s we can summon into? We can. We could Steam Cloak, activate Whirlwind, grab, you know, let's grab Hurricane. He's kind of useless. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's like extremely useless. But we'll grab him either way. Grab ourselves a winged, Blackwing Dragon. Bring ourselves out the token. We can special summon back our monster, but I don't think we like need to. Yeah, I don't really feel like this needs to be done, so we can just go in, attack with Armor Master, and I think swing with our 2 dragons for game. Specifically sequence it so that the weaker dragon attacks first, and that is I was expecting that to be way worse. I think because they bricked, we got a bit lucky, but that's duel number 1 in the bag. Next up is duel 2, which is against Armored Dragons. This is supposed to be like the Chaz deck. This one I don't feel like could be as bad as Ancient Gear, like theoretically isn't as bad, but probably is actually way more consistent. This once again feels like this is still feeling like a pop-off moment. Yeah, there it goes. Is that game? Is that game? That's an OTK. That is an OTK. Alright, this is duel 3, I believe, against this deck. They're going first this time, which I think is maybe going to help. Okay. This is like the retrain of Black Whirlwind. That's kind of cool. Activate this card's effect. Grab ourselves Vayu or Vyat. Summon. 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 Activate Vyat. Grab this one and send it to grave. Special summon our Blackwing Dragon. Activate Black Whirlwind effect. We're gonna target Zonda. Zonda to the field. Zonda effect. Return level 3 to hand. I think we summon here this bad boy. Armor Master. We're gonna use Against the Wind here on Gale. Take no damage. Just to take no damage and be good. We're gonna tribute Zonda. Get ourselves a little token. Tuner token. And summon ourselves that level 6 that we love so much. Activate Wicked Wind's effect. Wicked Wind. I think just send a card that we want to grab to the graveyard. Probably Steam. And then from here we can go into our level 10 by getting rid of these two. I think I'm actually going to use... Turn one face-up monster your opponent controls. Send one Blackwing Synchro monster or one Blackwing monster from your X deck to the graveyard. If you do, until end of this turn, the targeted monster loses it. Also, its effect is negated. This is a quick effect if you control a Dark Synchro. Okay. I'm going to activate Blackwing Dragon. Choose this card to just nuke it and make our opponent suffer a bit. Battle? Armor Master? Wicked Wind? And Blackwing Dragon for game? Okay. So it only took us like 3 duels. I feel like going second there was much better because they weren't able to pop off as much and we were able to actually respond to what they were giving us. So I feel like that's much, much better. Now we move on to Cyber Dragons. I forget the Cyber Dragons are next in this lineup. This is gonna be really bad if I'm honest. This is gonna suck. Final boss is going to be. I actually haven't looked through the entirety of the SP challenge to see like what is in this one. So all I know is that Cyber Dragons are a threat. These guys are annoying to deal with. Okay, Black Whirlwind, Black Feather Whirlwind. Having both of these is gonna be great. We're gonna special summon you with no tribute. Activate Black Whirlwind. Grab ourselves. I think here we're gonna grab this guy so that we can go into his effect and send these 2 away for easy dragon. Activate Whirlwind effect. I guess resummon him to like actually use him for synchro material because he is a tuner. Let's battle. Swing here. That Cyber Dragon's gonna bite us in the ass. I feel like they just special summon Cyber Dragon here and then go like Repair Plant or something to pop off and go crazy. Or Core. Actually, Core works. Oh, Core into Fusion. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, what? Our own card? What? I'm gonna return their Cyber Dragon and gain health? Oh, okay. Okay. I technically benefited them there. That kind of sucks. Oh, yikes. This is a problem. Activate Black Whirlwind effect. Protect. Uh-oh. 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 We're... Danger alarms, like, going off everywhere. I need to do math, which really sucks, because I'm bad at it. Wait. Activate you. Activate effect. Grab Viate. Activate Black Whirlwind effect. Hold on, gang. I've got a plan. Where's... Wait, can I not grab Kaloot? Fuck, I wanted to grab Kaloot. Oopsies. What can I grab here? Oh, I could grab Waning Moon. Oh, I see the play. 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 Bring out the boy. Bring him out. Wicked Wind. Do I want to activate Wicked Wind's effect? I kinda do. Because I want to get a counter on Blackwing Dragon. Target this banish card. I think that's the plan here. Is bring this out, activate this. Who do I send to grave? Who do I send to grave? Is there any card that I can, like, if it's in the graveyard, it does a thing? I send this card. This is actually so goated. I want to return my own monster. I want to activate this card's effect to add Blackwing counters to a Blackwing Dragon that I control, equal to the amount of cards my opponent controls. I want to activate Blackwing Dragon's effect, lowering Cyber Dragon's attack. I want to enter the battle phase. Holy shit, I can't believe this worked. No! I want to... It doesn't destroy, it saved it. No! But it can't save it twice. Get rid of the Cyber End Dragon. Let's go. Here's how I do it, right? Summon Hurricane. Activate Hurricane effect. Target Blackwing Assault Dragon. Activate Shura effect. Pump Hurricane equal to everyone else's attack. Go, my mighty beast. My Swall Master. No! Wait, this is fine. This is fine. It doesn't fully save them from the pain that this will cause. I'm dicking around so much with this. It's actually insane. And now I can just summon these two into another Blackwing. Activate Whirlwind. We've got it at this point. I feel like at this point we just bring back a like nothing card that we can just kind of set in defense and like chill there just in case everything goes wrong. I keep thinking that like it's Cyber Dragons, there's not much more that they can do, right? And then I like look at it and I'm like, oh god, wait, they have so many dumb things that they could just set. There's a Cyber Dragon. Oh, they kerploded themselves! Oh! So next up is Destiny Heroes. This is on a different day that I'm actually recording this one from the other ones. So I guess we will try out Destiny Heroes. I don't think this is going to be that bad, to be perfectly honest. As long as we don't get like a dog water hand, we should be fine. And we're being forced to go second, so that might actually be an advantage for us, depending on the cards we get. Our Goyo Guardian clone. I'm really debating currently on whether this guy's the MVP or actual like ace monster, because both have been like really good. Yes, I do want to activate this card's effect too. I actually need this to be a non-tuner that I'm summoning. I just realized. You can banish this card, then target one Blackwing in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Sure. He's gonna swing. Bam. Activate glowing crossbow effect. Banish a captain, or send a captain to the graveyard. That's gonna be it for this. Go in with this. Activate growing crossbow. They don't have a battle trap. They're dead. And that's Destiny, baby. All right. Next one we've got is Arcana Force, which I am not at all scared of Arcana Force, if I'm being honest with you. Interesting position here. I think we special summon this guy, or tribute summon him without. Tail. Once per turn during your end phase, target monster you control, give control of it to your opponent. Interesting. Set a card. We can send a Blackwing from our hand to the grave, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna swing in here on the Empress. All right, another coin flip. Let's see what happens. Have all battle damage you take. Not gonna matter. We're gonna use Black Sonic to get that out of there. Normal summon here. Special summon to the field. We'll go for our trusty card, our Goyo Guardian clone. Activate its effect. Activate Black Whirlwind effect. We're gonna target this guy because we're actually gonna chain up into our big card, if I can. Yep, we're gonna get rid of this level 6, keep him level 6, but then we're gonna boop, boop to get our ace monster. He's just such an effective card in that middle of that chain that I can, like, stop there with him, but I feel like it's just too powerful for me not to. Activate Black Whirlwind. Special summon back our boy. We'll do this. Add you back to hand. And then use this to get him out on the field. Battle. Swing in. It is not a card that saves them. It is not the Chariot. And I think I'm going to give this guy the win. We've used the dragons enough. I think we're going to give this guy the final one. Another victory under our belts. Currently, Blackwings have been pretty unstoppable. They've been doing pretty good, but we're starting to get into some of these duels that I haven't even done yet or seen. But first, we've got to go through some of the divine beasts. Not the divine beasts that we know, though. They're copycats. This archetype's actually kind of scary from what I remember. Then swing for game. And we'll activate Icarus attack here to destroy this card and get rid of you and you. Just in case there was something real bad. Okay, that one was not as bad as I remembered it being. That was actually pretty easy, if I'm being honest with you. That was pretty good. Alright. It's evil hero time. This is gonna be... This one I feel like could actually be real tough. Considering we're playing against evil hero, I guess the last deck will probably be like a Duel themed. Which honestly, thinking about it makes like way more sense. Okay, let's summon Gladius. Special summon this card. Do I want this to become a level 5? Because then I can go into a level 8. Which I think lets me get into our dragon. It does. I think I will do that. Because from here we can go here. Go into this. Activate this effect. Activate Black Whirlwind. I think resummon the Gladius. Oh, not the... It actually wasn't supposed to be Gladius. That is a my bad. We're going to have to kind of pivot here a bit. We'll send this. Activate its effect. Summon the level 5. We'll summon the level 6, actually. I think may save us here. No, it doesn't. Yikes. Battle. We're gonna hope that this is something we can go over. It is, and it's something we can steal. We're gonna banish this guy. Summon Clayman. Does Clayman get us there? Clayman does get us there, thankfully enough. Good job, Clayman. We're gonna set this here and we're gonna end there. Now when they activate monster effects, it's gonna be a bad time for them. Very strange turn there. I didn't know that Evil Hero could do any of what I just saw it do, but... Oh, okay. Return the blade to hand. And from here we have game, question mark? That's game. That is a very... easily won game against the evil heroes. Oh boy. This is Duel. This is Duel. So the question becomes, what is the finale? Is the finale still against Jaden? special summon. We're just gonna swing here. Take no battle damage, but break the card. Should have known actually because it's this is one of these. It's gonna be a little tricky. It says it's Crystal Beast. I should have maybe held on to that spell and trap destruction. We'll go to battle. We'll call it here. That's game. I was waiting for like the actual like Ubel stuff to come out, or like the Ubel support that I think is supposed to be out. I mean, I guess it's probably not in Master Duel yet, but oh boy, I was waiting for some stupid Ubel shenanigans. Jinzo. Out the Blackwing Dragon. Activate his effect. Let's bring the boy out. Activate this card's effect, special summon it. Bring out the level 6. Activate his ability. Keep that card in check for the time being. I'm gonna turn this guy into a level 2, but I don't know what I want to send to grave, really. I think I'm gonna send this card to grave. We're gonna synchro summon this card real quick. Blackwing Assault Dragon. We're gonna go to battle. Should have theoretically battled a different way here, but that's fine. I could have done a lot more damage a certain way, but it's fine, it's fine. Kind of flexing on them. This is apparently the Jinzo Challenge. Interesting. There goes that card. And there goes my trap. It's called the Jinzo Challenge because they just have cards that wipe your board. We don't have enough to really do much here, so I guess we just go to battle and swing. Hope they don't have more removal. They seem to have nothing, so that's good to know. This still isn't game somehow. This is surprisingly enough still not game. I'm gonna activate Delta Crow to get rid of... That's what I was scared of. To not destroy our Blackwing here. And I think this will be it. We'll swing here. And then we will swing for game. And that is it. That is the Jinzo Challenge taken down. Quite easily, in fact. Alright. So, the last duel seems to be against a, like, Yugi deck of some kind. And oh boy, it seems like it's gonna be... It's the final duel, basically, between Jaden and Yugi that happens. It's when Jaden learns to have fun with dueling again and stop treating everything like it's a world-threatening, like, end-of-the-world type crisis. Instead, we're going to be playing a deck that basically just spits in the face of Yu-Gi-Oh! And does synchro summoning and such. Wadapon being on here is really something, to be honest with you. I'm not entirely sure. I think we do this, actually. Surprisingly enough, this is what we do. Because we send these two away to create you. We use your effect to target this card, put it back in our hand, and take. We would take 700, but we're not instead. We're going to give Bora the crossbow. Place these cards down here. Bora's going to deal piercing damage and allow us to randomly take one card of our opponent's hand and just destroy it. That's a good one. That's a good one to get rid of. With that, we're going to end. There's Dark Magician. There goes my card. Yikes. Now, there's a few ways we can do this, but specifically, I want to do it this way, because I think it would be funny. I want to activate Blackwing Dragon's effect to tell Dark Magician to have less attack. Have this card crash into Dark Magician and kill it. And this crash into whatever's in defense here, which is an obnoxious Celtic Guardian. That's really bad. Oh, that's so bad. This is really bad, actually. There goes. There goes my card. We're going to activate Black Sonic because we have to keep ourselves alive, which does take care of obnoxious Celtic Guardian, which is really good. We're going to summon Steam the Cloak. Summon into our Armor Master. Steam the Cloak's effect activates. Activator boy here. Go battle phase. Attack into the face down. We don't really have much else that we can do here. If we can get a level 3, we would be in a great position right now. That is not what we like to see. That is not like what we like to see at all. Looking like the end. Okay, this is a much harder Yu-Gi Duel than the last one. And I think this is the first time that we've lost on the first try. Like, we've mostly been steamrolling through all these guys. This is the first wall that we hit, and it's actually from all the way back in Season 1. Okay. Activate Black Whirlwind effect. What card are we adding to hand? I think, honestly, we need something that will special summon itself because we control another monster. I need to do some math real quick. So what we can do here is we can go into a level... We can go into a level 6 really easily this way. Yeah, I think that's actually the goal here. So we place this. We special summon you. Just so we don't accidentally misclick a target. We choose you. Special summon. Special summon. Activate effect. These two go to summon out our Wicked Wind. Wicked Wind's effect. This is going to make this just a little bit easier. We don't even have to clear out the Magician's Soul. Wicked Wind, we're going to change it to be a level... I think we still just take our boy. We do our OG combo here. Activate Veta effect. Send the other level 6 away. Get ourselves the Blackwing Dragon. We can special summon the boy here. But I think we have more that we can do, really. We're gonna go battle. And here's the combo. Swing. Swing. And it's just barely not enough. But now we go main phase 2. we send our 2 boys to be banished to summon our ace monster. We're going to use their alternative summoning condition. Say go. Whenever our opponent activates a monster effect, they will burn themselves. This is exactly what we need. This should burn them. This should be the end. There it is. There it is, because the AI can't see that if they activate that effect, they're going to go. Oh my gosh. So with all that being said, this deck is insanely strong. This deck is like way stronger than you think it would be. This is like actually a great deck. It's really interesting to see it sort of play out and see how it goes. MVP of the main deck, honestly, it's a really big tie between 2 monsters, so I think I'm going to choose a tuner and a non-tuner. For our non-tuner, I think I'm going to go for Zonda, Zonda the Dusk, mostly just because its ability gets us enough bodies on field and lets us sort of like start off these combos. It's a great card to just have overall. I don't know if you should include it in every Blackwing deck that you play, but pretty much any turn that we could get this guy into the graveyard, we were able to just pop off with him, and just like it would show how nutty some of the combos could be. Most of that being aided, of course, by a card in the extra deck that we'll get to in a second. But the other one I'm going to give for the tuner is going to be Veta. I believe that's how you say it, but the Emblem of the Wandering. He's just a super easy way to get a Blackwing Dragon onto the field. No worries. Like, you don't even need another card on the field, really. You could just normal summon him and then activate his ability and get yourself this free monster. And he's also a great way of, like, normal summon him, send this guy, get a Blackwing, and then activate his effect in Grave. Get yourself another level 6, like Dawn here. Like, it's so easy. It's so easy to be able to do it. In the extra deck, though, the Ace monster is absolutely amazing. Its ability to burn is great, but I really do feel like I have to give the MVP to Wicked Wind here. Wicked Wind is just such a cool card. Honestly, its design is absolutely amazing. The fact that it can steal cards that have been destroyed by putting them in defense position basically makes him like a de facto like Goyo Guardian for the archetype, and he's able to do this by banishing Blackwings from both the graveyard and face up on the field. It's an incredible card to have, and he's necessary for you to be able to get to the Ace monster. He can put in work and then sub himself out for a monster that is just going to let you be like super strong on the opponent's turn. But either way, I think this is one of the stronger structure decks to exist in the store right now, at least from the ones that we've tried. If you have other suggestions, though, for structure decks you want us to try out on this show, please let me know down in the comments below. It has been an absolute blast to do this challenge. Let me know which type of format you enjoy more. Do you more enjoy like the narrative, like change of the background music and me narrating over it type deal? Do you enjoy the sort of just like actually seeing the gameplay and seeing like step by step how we did throughout the challenge? Let me know in the comments below. This series is mostly for y'all, but also for me to have a little bit of fun with Yu-Gi-Oh! So, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video, y'all. Catch you later, guys.